put our students in harm's way. And you'll see a lot of this, and you wonder, should we even go there if they say this mean stuff about America? You got to understand that these signs are not anti-America, and they're certainly not anti-America individuals, you or your students. It's anti-American perceived militarism and trade policies, okay? And you got to remember our place on this planet. It doesn't really matter what I think or what you think. What matters what 96% of humanity thinks, everybody outside of our borders. They look at us, they see an empire. They see 4% of this planet spending as much as everybody else put together on our military. And we can't even think of cutting our military. It would be unpatriotic. What is this passion we have to be the military, overwhelm everybody else with this? I mean, maybe that's what we need to do to be comfortable. I don't know, but the rest of the world doesn't feel comfortable with it. And they look at some of our policies and they think of us as a militaristic empire. We're the only nation that can define somebody else's natural resources as vital to our, quote, national security interest.
Yeah.
National security interest, come on, be candid. It's vital to our custom material lifestyle. That's the only defense. We're used to being rich and we can't imagine not being rich, so we get your oil, you know. We got military presence in 140 countries. I've been in many countries where by far the most fortified building in the entire place is the embassy. Built upon holy land in that country, literally, you know. And it's a very interesting thing when you look at it from an outside of America point of view. Half of humanity is trying to live on $2 a day. Time and time again in the United Nations, when there are issues of great importance to those desperate people, our country is outvoted 140 to 4. Children labor issues, water, third world debt, landmines, militarization of outer space, all these kind of issues. 140 to 4. Who stands with us?
Britain?
Israel, Marshall Islands, Micronesia.
Oh, really?
The coalition of the compassionate. So I like to be credible, and this seems unbelievable to me, but go to the United Nations website and just look up their votes, and 30 or 40 issues a year. It's 140 to 4, even in the current administration. Now, when you see this sign, I wanted to remind you, it's not anti-American individuals, it's anti-American foreign policy or trade policy. And the ideals of America, freedom, pluralism, separation of church and state, all that kind of stuff, those are high and shiny ideals that inspire everybody, and they're bigger than any particular trade policy or war. There'll always be inspirations. That is what people think of, I think, when they think of American values. When we think of people looking at us this way, it's just important to remember that anytime any nation has been perceived as an empire, it has frustrated and angry people on the fringes that do mean things. Romans had barbarians. Habsburgs had anarchists. And we've got terrorists. It's not right or wrong, it's just what happens when other people think of you as an empire. When you think about you don't need to accessorize